making this iconic place available for more people is a very good idea. Could have been mine, it's not mine, but could have been. So it's exciting.
Liverpool have announced their big plans for phase 2 of the Anfield redevelopment and expansion. First phase was the main stand, which was completed a couple of years ago, and now they're going to move on to phase 2, which will be the Anfield Road End. They'll begin that hopefully after the new training ground is finished next summer. It'll add another 7,000 seats to Liverpool's overall capacity, taking us to around 61,000 seats. And the stand itself will be 2 tiers, and it'll be 16,000 seater, mostly general admission tickets, which will be very pleasing for those of us in the members ticket sales and that struggle to get tickets every week.
Yeah, it's really early stages, so I don't even know exactly what I'm allowed to say, but it's or what I can say. I saw pictures of it. Obviously, it looks really good. To be honest, that's nice. But very early stages, and it's the club tries. Obviously, the best news with that is that nobody knows if it will happen, when it will happen exactly, but the best news is obviously this club is constantly try to develop and make the next steps, and that's what I like about the news, really. Making this iconic place available for more people is a very good idea. Could have been mine, it's not mine, but could have been. So it's exciting, but nobody knows exactly how long it will take or whatever. But the plans are in our mind, and that's a good start.
Anfield now, we made the decision that we're going to stay here and we want to make it look as modern as possible, and I think the new designs match that in a way.
I love the contours between the main stand and into the Anfield Road End.
The way we've done the main stand's lovely, and if it's a similar looking thing, then the ground's going to look as modern as it can.
There's more greenery, there's more walkways, public cycling.
Looking at the new plans, I know they've only just come out, but they look really good, yeah. And great for the area as well. We've seen the improvements already. Like I said, I'm down the road there, literally 5-minute walk away. So I've seen the improvements already since the main stand's been built in the area and what's going on around the area. And it was only going to kick off when they did the main stand, so hopefully it'll go a bit further as well.
I live just across the road there, and it's madness here on match days now. So if they're talking about another 7,000 people coming into the area, I've just been in there to ask what they're going to do about all the extra congestion, because the residents can't get in and out their houses when the matches are on now. Yeah, I've lived around here all my life, but it's only since they put the main stand up and brought these traffic calming measures in that no one can move, because they calm it to the point when the residents can't get in and out their houses. Even with the passes and everything, they won't let you through the barriers, and they're changing one-way streets to go the opposite way, so you're stuck in no man's land. Like
on Wednesday night in Napoli, I come out of my house because there was a commotion going on between 2 cars coming either way up the street, an absolute murder. And there was one of the cars that was like 2 or 3 inches away from swiping a car that was parked in my street, and then you've got a line of cars behind this all waiting. So I'm telling these people, I'm in the boot of my car, you're just going to have to go. They all reverse past, and these 2 cars, not one of them were given an inch, not one of them were giving each other an inch, and it's absolute nightmare. And that goes on every match day.
I've seen a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes around the traffic management, around the crowd flows and stuff like that. They do put a lot of work into it, so it's they will look at it quite closely, and they will make it work. So I'm confident in that, and I know the guys that got on board doing it will do a good job of that and make sure it all works.
Obviously, a lot of people want to come to the game. I come to the game myself occasionally, I always like the games and that, but it's getting beyond the joke when you can't get in and out the house for hours on end when there's a match on. Money talks, doesn't it? and there's a lot of money involved in this. I understand it's got to be good for the area in some respects, but all the money comes into this place. It doesn't go into the area, does it?
The initial plans, I think, before FSG were arrived, were potentially move to a new stadium. I think one of the things that FSG did really well was recognise how much this place means to us, and how much, you know, that really most of the local residents and the fans who've been coming here for decades now would rather stay. And I think as a result, they made that decision to invest in this place rather than build a new one. And obviously another 60 million on the Anfield Road development, which is what's being said, to take it to that 60,000.
You know, from the previous American owners that did nothing for the club, and now what they've done is these new owners, they've put the money in where their mouth is. They've bought new players, they've expanded the stadium, the club's profits are up. The bigger the better.
And the turnaround on the club under where it was under its previous ownership was going nowhere, and you know, and as a local resident, it wasn't just about being a fan, it was also local residents. Like I said, 40 odd years I've been here, so looking at it from that point of view, it was in a massive change. The club's going nowhere. They looked at building the stand on Stanley Park. The best thing they did was keep us here at Anfield, from a fan point of view, and even from a local resident point of view. And then it took its time, but they've done it the right way. And you only have to see all the success, the where the fans are at the minute. You know, the level of, you know, the happiness, that it's right up there. The whole city's buzzing.
At the end of the day, there's too much of a demand for tickets right now. You know, I've been coming for a few years. I've been trying to build up the credits, and it's now impossible. So the more seats in the ground, the better.
60,000's all right. Well, just over 61, but still not going to solve the ticket problem. Tell all that 70, 80, 90,000 people tried to get tickets in the most recent member sale. It's still not going to be big enough.
The fans are right to have a concern, but the club, again, if they consult them and give them opportunities like this to come along, and throughout the build as well, any concerns as you know, well, during the build as well, then, you know, they shouldn't have any long-term concerns. And like I say, the long-term benefits after it's all complete, it is a bit of inconvenience for a couple of years, but beyond that, you know, the benefits are massive to the local area.
Okay, so we've heard from a few residents here at Anfield, many of them expressing their excitement at the plans, and Anfield adding another 7,000 fans to a match day capacity. A few have also expressed their concerns over the sort of logistical part of extra people being here and in and around the area, and parking especially. But it does sound like the club are going to address a few of their concerns. There's talk of an app for residents being introduced. Quite a few residents have also discussed the council being involved and improving things. A couple of ideas surrounding roads nearby, but also if we could retain the old train line back to Anfield, that would massively help things, and obviously the residents would benefit from that, not just on a match day but every day of the week. But overall, it's looking great. The plans are fantastic. The club are doing really good communication, and the future overall is looking very, very bright.